So projectors range in price by hundreds and thousands of pounds and dollars. This one is just $99. So you may well have seen my last projector video, which was this, the Optima UHZ 65 UST, or the P1 in the United States. Now this is a 4K projector for £3,300 or dollars. But what do you get if your budget is not quite that much? Well, this comes in at just $99, but it is HD. It's a 720p projector from iCodis. It comes with a power cable with, if you're in the UK, an adapter so that you can plug it into your UK plug. It's not a bad looking machine. I've seen a hell of a lot worse for a hell of a lot more. They're simple controls which are easy to read, and again that's a big feature for me. And then on the side you've got your input ports. So we'll get this set up and we'll have a look just to see how much difference is there between one of those 3300 projectors. No, we won't. We're not going to obviously do that in this video, but what we are going to do is see whether this at $99, is it worth anything at all, or is it one that you should just skip? Now, you may not have tested a projector before, you may not have a projector, so this may be something that you just want to try or give it as a gift to somebody. Now you do get some good connections. As well as the VGA on the other side, you get two HDMI, two USB, a headphone jack, and also an AV out. So that's quite impressive, again for just $99, and certainly it's better than we've seen on some others. Now, getting this thing turned on and connected is going to be a breeze. There's no problem there. One of the things is on the bottom is a little screw which you can then undo, and that will adjust the position or the angle of the projector. It would have been nice to have seen a tripod mount port, because that's quite handy if you just want to take this and put it on. Now, one thing that you will have to accept is that this will be quite noisy. This will, as you can see, start from around 35 when it's turned off, and it will go to around 60, and this is what it sounds like. So it's in no means completely unworkable. I've definitely again heard louder, but 60 is on the edge of being a little bit noisy. But there is another audio problem stroke issue that I'll come on to in a second. Now this is the screen that you get greeted with. You've got the multimedia port, which is USB, you've got your two HDMI, and then you've got your VGA and AV. You can go into setup and then you can have a play with the picture, different modes as well with the picture. You've got standard, there's vivid, there's soft. I didn't see masses of difference when I was going through the different sections, but there is a user mode as well so that you can adjust the contrast, brightness, color, sharpness, and tint. So I've hooked it up to my FireCube, and this is the type of background noise that you're going to get, but I'm going to mute that down so that it doesn't interrupt this video. But one of the things that I do have to say is that I was remarkably impressed with the quality of the picture. Now, it is soft at the edges, as you would expect, and we talked about this in a video a few weeks ago about the fact that the center of the image is always quite sharp, even on these cheaper projectors, but the further out you go and the bigger the screen that you get, you will see it softening and losing focus around the edges. But we did talk in that one how you do tend to focus on the center of the screen anyway, and so therefore is it a massive issue. But this is pretty impressive. This is the FireCube, it's just via HDMI that I'm connecting it to, and so therefore I'm amazed at how good this is. A problem that does tend to happen with these type of projectors is that the colours just tend to be oversaturated and completely unworkable, and therefore I'm impressed that this isn't too bad. When you look at the iCodis video itself, then you can see some of the specs, but again I think that these are less important at this range. It's more about just projecting a big image on the screen, and are you going to watch it? Now I'm going to come on to what I had the problem with. I really struggled to get any audio coming out of this machine, and I'll show you in just a second what I managed to achieve. So to give you an idea of what I tested, I had a 4K Fire Stick, a 4K FireCube, and also an Apple TV. I tried them in both the HDMI sockets, HDMI 1 and HDMI 2, and on both of them I didn't get any sound when playing anything at all. It didn't matter whether it was YouTube or whether it was something through Prime, I got absolutely nothing. However, when I first plugged the Fire Stick in and the FireCube in, I did get the boot up noise coming through. So I know that it's not a problem with my Fire Stick or my devices because I use them all the time, so there must have been an issue with the HDMI. However, there was also a problem with the USB, so again I tried both USB 1 and USB 2 and I got this type of sound. So there's clearly a problem with the whole sound system in this projector, and that's a little bit ironic because I don't know whether you noticed right at the beginning of this video, but this on the T400 box says good sound, which it's not. So guys, I thought it was still important to bring you this video. So on the pro side, the picture is great. The negative obviously was the sound experience that I had, but it's not necessarily that you'll get that on every single machine. But it's just important for me to show you that at this price range, maybe some of those problems are the ones that you are more likely to have, and you do therefore need to think about the returns process and things like that. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have you had a good or bad experience with cheaper projectors? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching this video as always, my friends, and I do look forward to seeing you on the next.